Hi everybody, and I'm Sky, and I'm here at Wild Ginger Apothecary in Sarasota in Florida, and I'm going to do the tarot forecast for the month of September 2021. So let's see what the cards and the astrology want to tell us for this September. So I'm going to start off because at the end of August, right at the end there, the 30th and the 31st, basically, Mercury entered into Libra, and the reason I'm starting there is because it's about our communication. And that's going to go on for a little while, but we need to look at the diplomatic balance of how we communicate, looking at what's not right for us, looking at how we need to speak our truth. It's also about cleansing away toxic relationships from our lives, whether that be friendships, personal relationships, even family. It says look at those things that are no longer working for you, especially in people, and take those toxic relationships, and basically it's saying working through those. It's about defining what is good for us and what is no longer working for us. And communication is really going to be the key to how we communicate that to others. So on September the 6th, we have the new moon in Virgo. This is going to be about analyzing our health, our career, and our relationships. It's seeing how we can make them, and it's like make them perfect. But, I believe that it's progress, not perfection. But while we're in Virgo season, it's about organizing and being the best that we can be. So it's also about having some lovely, happy surprises this month because it's a very powerful and motivated month. It's about being dedicated and looking at our abilities of how we can refine the things in our lives to take everything to another level. We're also going to take a look at our romantic relationships. It's a good time for socializing and having fun. But when it comes to the 10th, which is when Venus goes into Scorpio, it says beware of obsession or jealousies and manipulation. And don't fall to delusions. So again, going back to this spoken word of Mercury being into Libra, it's important that the way that we communicate with the people that we're in relationships with is going to be very important for that this month. So that new moon is going to bring us a lot of a lot of good things that we're going to be able to work through, especially when it comes to health and organizing for the future, to do with how we make money, our prosperity, our careers, what changes we make, and all this really great future stuff. So the first part of the month, like I said, there could be some questioning in relationships. But on September the 20th, that's the full moon, and that's going to be in Pisces, and that's going to be a harvest moon. And what a dreamy, beautiful, sentimental moon it's going to be. When the moon is in Pisces like that, it helps us find our personal power. It takes us and allows us to manifest all our dreams and basically inspires us to look towards where we want to go and what we want to. So it's about making plans, it's about learning, and it's about loving and looking at our social priorities. On the 22nd, the sun enters into Libra, and this is going to be a really important thing that happens this month because that is also the fall equinox. So Libra is the balanced scales, and the equinox is the equal parts of light and dark. So it's the balance. So it's the balance of balance. So having the fall equinox and the sun go into Libra on the same day, it's about everything coming into harmony. It's really going to be a beautiful time. It brings balance into our relationships. It's the balancing of dark and light. It brings harmony, understanding for the next 4 weeks. Energies will be in harmony, they will be diplomatic, they will be artistic. It will have this lovely, light, flirty energy. And the one thing that I will say is, again, back to this communication, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say it. So it says because that can cause long-term issues, that once you've said those things, it's going to be a really hard way of taking them back. So then on September the 26th, Mercury goes into retrograde, and that's when we have these changes in our communication. So it's saying, especially with relationships, we will be off balance. So it says be careful, because there could be some big changes this month in long-term relationships in connection to the way that we communicate. So let's use the fact that Mercury's gone into Libra, and then when it goes into retrograde, we need to just back off and think about what we say before we say it, especially with loved ones, so that there's no long-term damage. But Venus is going to be bringing a lot of love and passion and creativity. And this month is going to be about basically money and relationships. And so it says, don't put the emphasis into obsessing, or don't let jealousy creep in, because it says that, otherwise everything's going to flow. If you are single, this is going to be a great month for you attracting to somebody, for somebody new to come into your life. And if you're in a long-term relationship, it says, you're going to be able to really bring that together for future planning together. But again, this communication between partnerships is really, really important. So let's see what the cards want to tell us for this month. And these are really good shuffle up here. Whoop, there we go. And the first card to fall out here is this beautiful card, which is the Nine of Pentacles. And I love this card. This is, she stands in this vineyard. You see those beautiful grapes in the background. This is an abundant card. She has a hawk on her arm there that sees the bigger picture. And this beautiful archway here of the Pentacles, are basically future abundance. So this is the start of the harvest. Like I said, the full moon that is going to be on the 20th is the harvest moon. And so this is about all the seeds that we have planted to this year is going to bring this harvest in, and it's for us to reap the rewards. So like I said, this is going to be a big time of looking at your career. Are you in the right job? Are you working towards your future goals? Are you satisfied that this is a safe and secure part of your journey for you to be able to build the stable and the stepping stones of your life upon for the future? So that card there is the first card down. So let me see what the other cards want to say for us today. Well, this is interesting because we then have, along with this card here, we have the Magician, and he holds the 4 elements on the table there, and he has as above so below. He stood between the white and the black here, which is the yin and the yang, and he has those the cup, which is water, the sword, which is air, the wand, which is fire, and the pentacle, which is earth. And he has all the tools to be able to manifest for the future. And they say, we are the magician. In other words, we carry our tools ourselves to manifest our future. By the way, guys, if you want to leave me messages, I can't see anything unless you actually send me a little, put little comments in the note thing here. So, and then I can answer them after we get offline. So basically, it's between the black and the white. We've got all those tools on the table here, and he has got the tools to be able to look forward for this abundance and to manifest finances, security, and stability for the future. I'm then going into this card here, which is the Craftsman. He has all these already made, and he's finishing up projects here. And this is basically doing the work and starting the work and finishing up. So this is about finishing up projects, also putting our energy into what we're doing right now, and to, if we're going to continue it, how are we going to continue it, what we're going to continue it with, or are we now going to come to the end of this and change it into something different? So this is an important card for the work aspects, because I've got that next to that Ace of Pentacles. And so these are all cards of abundance and finances, security, but they're also, anything that's connected to the earth is also connected to your physical health. So this is in connection to your health would be lining everything up and making sure that you follow up with doctor's appointments and making sure that everything that if you've got a funny feeling about something, that you get it checked out. But this Ace of Pentacles here is about, this is about, Lauren, this is a great card for you because this is all about starting new positions or jobs and finances for the future. So we love that. And so this is a really secure, that hand there is turning around with that solid gold coin and saying this is new beginning in our financial structure, in the building blocks of our future security. So new jobs, new places of living, all that kind of thing are really good this month. It's really good at looking at that. I'm also seeing that struggles here now. She puts her hand in the lion's mouth. She calms down the situation. She tames the lion. And this here is boys with sticks, not men with swords. And I always say that with this card because this card always reminds me like of a rite of passage, like the Morris dancers in the market square in England with doing their their stick dance, which is kind of like the boys coming into their manhood. So it's a learning curve, but she calms down this energy. So this is bickering or argumentative. It's saying calm down the situations. Use your control to diffuse situations rather than, putting fuel on the fire. So it's saying, we don't need to attack. It just needs to be calmed down. And again, that has got to do with the spoken word here because she is the Queen of Swords. So this is about being diplomatic with your words and calming down situations rather than arguing. When we talk about this peaceful harmony in connection to this Libra energy, the balance of Libra can tip. And so it's about keeping everything in harmony and everything balanced. And because of this Mercury aspect and Mercury going into retrograde, which is the last retrograde of this year, so hopefully we'll all survive that retrograde. But that is really aimed towards balancing out the relationships in your life. So this is really, really important for this month. Again, I'm looking at this gorgeous fire energy here, and this is about going forward with creative projects. So it's about creating new things, new positions, new jobs, new energy towards our many aspects of our lives. With this fire energy and this moving forward, this is our creativity, it's our sexuality, it's our passion and what we're passionate about. So this is moving forward here. And it's saying, there's some worry here, but it says, try not to be in that place of worry. Try to come out, because it's saying all our problems, if we go into the deep corners of our subconscious and we pull all that out, it's about everything right now. There's a solution to everything as long as we communicate it properly. So not to hold it all inside like here and get upset about it. And it's saying if we're worrying about especially finances or about our health, we need to be proactive towards how we're going to create our lives in the future. And that's kind of what it's about. That's what these, these transits that are coming up are saying. We're going to be okay. We just need to be able to really deal with it head on. So this is celebration here of happiness and peace. And so, like I said, Venus is, she's bringing love and passion and creativity. And, it's about that love that's coming up with the new moon. We've got that beautiful energy with the full moon of Pisces and that dreamy, lovey energy. And this is, this is kind of reminds me of that beautiful Pisces energy, because the night comes in on that beautiful horse through this ocean here, and this is celebration and joy of the goddesses. So it's about celebrating love and compassion and our harmony here. And again, he sits on his horse and it's not going anywhere because it's got the pentacle and the 4 pentacles here. This is about security for the future, building for the future, holding on to money for the future. And that's not about not spending anything. This is just making sure that we're safe and secure. And a lot of this month, especially the beginning part of the month, is about balancing those things out, because the decisions that we have had to make for ourselves is, are we in the right career? Are we doing what we love? Are we passionate about our relationships? Are we having the right friendships? Are we feeling positive towards our future? And do we really feel we're going in the right direction? If we feel we're not going in the right direction, we need to stop and we need to change those things that are no longer working for us. So again, relationships, nurturing and harmony and passion are really important, and more passion. So it's about more communication about how we're feeling, and then going in that direction here of we're following the moon, but we're leaving all our copyrights. And that what that means to me is leaving everything we walk away from, we should leave it in a good space. That at any time, if we need to come back or readdress something, whether that be a new job, whether that be friendships, we need to clean our end of the street up so that we know that we're leaving everything in a good space. And I'm looking for my next major arcana card here. And there it is. It's the Chariot as we move forward. So to sum this up a little bit, September the 6th, we've got the new moon in Virgo. That's all about looking at our health, looking at our career, making those choices in our relationships for the future. We've got on September the 20th, we've got the full moon in Pisces, which is that beautiful, dreamy moon and that lovely love and harmony and, you know, like creating this beautiful space for ourselves and our loved ones. The September is the sun enters into Libra, which is about balance on the same day as the fall equinox, which is equal parts of light and dark. So that's balance on balance. That's balancing everything out in our lives. Mercury retrograde is on the 26th, 27th, depending on which part of the world you're at, which is the last retrograde of the year. We have to be careful when we're communicating in retrograde, especially in connection to our relationships, because big changes could come from that. And it's going to be a great month of harmony and organizing and planning for the future. So on that note, I wish you all a fantastic September. Namaste.